Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Friday catch-up show. Here we are with you on the 23rd of February 2023. After a really good week this week, been pushing along, focused a lot of attention over here onto the actual Tiger Moth because we wanted to finish that one off. And obviously, as you can see down here, the B25 is really starting to come alive. And then hopefully by next week, that'll be completed as well. So that'll be good because I try and do one model every month as in full video builds and all the rest of it. And we are on track. Obviously, some of them over the course of it take a little bit longer. The Tiger Moth, I think, is going to be a 5-parter, although the last part of that you'll get on Monday is going to be quite a long part. But definitely been a lot of fun on that one. Nice, straightforward, quick build. Really, really nice. Had a lot of fun with this particular one and pushed on a lot. Fun doesn't stop there though, kids, because don't forget, Matt's doing the car, which he sent me a photo yesterday, and it looks absolutely fantastic. This is the classic old Airfix magnet car. So that looks really, really nice. And then obviously we're doing some figures for it. And then in the summer, again, when the weather warms up a little bit, we can actually do the diorama base for it. So we're really excited about doing that. We're going to add a few more figures to it than we spoke about. It's getting a bigger project by the minute, it seems, but it will be a lot of fun. But this is my part of it, contribution. I was going to do the actual, Interbellum, we're calling it, which is the period between World War I and World War II. This is our entry into this particular group build as well. So again, finish that one off, and then Matt's doing his. So yeah, they will be done, and say later on in the year we'll come together. B25 as well, really coming along nicely. I just love this kit. I love the scale of it. I like everything about this kit. Is really, really nice. Anyway, we've got the decals to finally bed down, because let's face it, I did put a shout out and some of you have had some problems with them. Some of you haven't, and I think that's one of the nice things about the hobby. But I definitely had some trouble about the decals, but we've managed to nail them down now. And again, it's one of those ones where just taking your time, patience, gradually getting them to bed down and go down and in and everything else like that. And also using a little bit of alien blood, which is a Gema hyperscale. That stuff's lethal. So I thinned it a little bit and diluted it. Then we used it on the model and it's been absolutely fine. So next week on this one is going to be focusing literally all my energies onto weathering. So we've got a brand new weathering wash video coming up, so about using the Flory Models wash. So obviously we'll be doing that one onto this one. And then we're going to be going in with oils. We've got to do chipping effects, leaks, stains, and then final assembly. So hopefully this time next week, this one will be finished off as well. And then we can turn our attention to a slightly bigger project. I say slightly, it's freaking huge. But again, be a lot of fun with that one. Something for the sci-fi fans, because I've done sci-fi for a long, long time. So we've got a little bit of a 3D printed monster coming down the line for that one. So we're going to be turning our attentions on that one. Build process, and that's really straightforward because it's 3D printed. So it's just giant chunks coming together. It is going to need a little bit of scaffolding inside it, but we'll talk about all of that next week. Anyway, it all started on Tuesday. Obviously, I was taking Karine back to the airport on Monday. So, unfortunately, her flight was mid-afternoon, so it sort of threw the day a little bit. So I didn't get a chance to sort of get on with anything on Monday. But so we went straight over to Tuesday and we got the actual filler mat show. Back to normal on this one. So obviously we were talking all things, well, I was talking about decals and how a nightmare they are and going through the motions on that one. So we're working our way through this particular build. And then Matt was talking about his projects he's been going at the moment. So he's finished a little bit of a diorette going on there, talking about his little project that he's working on at the moment. And again, we were looking at various things, including on Monday, Matt had a figure painting tutorial up on the actual site as well. You might have seen it. It's on the PM Model site. It's already as well linked through the Flory Model site as well. So if you want to see that one, you can go off and catch up with that one right now. Really is a bit of a masterclass. It's not a massive video. It's literally, I think it's around about sort of 12-15 minutes long. And it's just the basics of painting sort of, you know, like this, a 1/35th scale face. And getting all the tones and things down in there. And again, new trialing, a new format, things like that. And it worked really, really well. You can catch that one just down below. So if you're popping on the site, there's your little link to it down in there. And again, on the actual Tuesday show, the links were down below on social media and all the other bits as well. So if you want to catch up with that one, you can do that up with there. Usual thing though, we was working our way through the show, talking about all the new latest kit releases, what's going on. I was talking tweezers, because we like those tweezers, they're fantastic. And again, the latest kit releases coming down the line. So we've got the new Great Wall Hobbies A10C, which actually isn't a bad price because I thought it was going to be over 100 quid. And we were talking about obviously things like mini art. The next version of the Thunderbolt is out. Some stunning markings in this particular kit as well. Really do like the markings on this and all the bits and pieces. And then we were talking about some of the bases. So we've got the Marsden mat down there as well. So again, some nice little diorama ideas we were discussing down in there. And again, some of the other top releases which are due any minute as well, like the Grand Slam Lancaster as well from HK. So this is 48 scale one. So that sort of covers all their bases on that. Plus the fact it was answering your questions and what's going on with everything, as always, on these ones as well. So if you want to catch up with any of these shows, and even guitar hangers, how I hang my models on the wall, we were talking about those as well. All right, so again, some of the new stuff that's coming down the line and everything. So if you want to catch up with that show, that's our Tuesday show. It is up to watch now. It's roughly around about 50 minutes long. So if you want to have a look at that one, you can do now. This week it's been vlog week for the members. So these are special videos just for the members. My little 10-minute one to catch up with what we're up to and they're doing. We were talking all things decals. So what did I do slightly different? I did something slightly different, you've just heard. So actually what I had trouble with decals, as you might remember, on the B25. So on this one, I tried old school techniques. So one of them was using the actual Mr. Mark Set Neo from Mr. Hobby. And it's literally one of those ones where I don't know if it works. I thought it was just thin PVA glue. But it did seem to work because they went down absolutely beautifully. And again, when you look at how they went on, no silvering, no nothing, and these are very, very large decals as well, lots of carrier film, and it's not over a gloss finish or anything else like that. But anyway, I was talking about my techniques, how we get them to bed down and how we get on with those ones as well right the way through. But it's really, really happy how they came out. They're a real proper painted on look, so really did like that as well. Then we were talking about obviously the tails, what I was getting on with actually that particular day right the way through. All right, so members, if you want to catch up with that one, these are my little, well, this one's 11 minutes 40 seconds. I try and keep them under 10 minutes for you so you can catch up with that one right now. Then on to Thursday. So again, another vlog from me. Obviously I was pushing on a lot. So Thursday we finished off the actual Tiger Moth was completed, and I was obviously working back on with the actual V25, getting all things like that together. So again, if I just zip forward, we were talking about obviously using some Guzzi agent for some nice glossing work on the prop. Obviously, as you can see down here on the Tiger Moth, so we've got that all in situ and in place, which is really nice as well. And then obviously we're talking about the V25 right the way through, and I was answering some of your questions and what we've been going up with it and what we've been doing and some of the parts and stuff like that. So again, members, if you want to catch up with that one, you can catch up with that. That's free to watch for members, and obviously it's a subscribers only video on that particular one. And that brings us bang up to today. So we got part 4 of the Tiger Moth on here. So again, we did some interesting things on here. After feedback from you guys, it turns out that ICM have got the horn for the rudder in the wrong place. It needs to come down to the next one. So we do a little bit of a trick about that. So we cut it off, and then obviously we don't unattach the cabling. We leave all the cabling attached, but we just remove it and drop it to the next format where it should be, and then we do some sanding and some cleaning up. We get that fixed into position, so we put it in the correct position. Then it's over into primer, so some microfiller primer right the way over this one. Does the trick for that, makes it all nice. Let that dry, and then we can come in with some silver. So we use some LP11, which is my favourite colour for dope linen. It just seems to work very, very well on this one, going through the motions of it. Then we did some of the other parts as well, various other shades of sort of metallics. I didn't use metallizers, we just went through metallics on this. So this is a little bit of LP70 into some of these areas, and again I managed to break the gear, so we had to fix the gear, and then obviously looking very, very nice down in here, and we have fixed in some of the other things. And again, it bit me last time and it bit me this time is when I actually used the mask idea. You can see just down here in the background for the actual masking sets. They don't fit, they're the wrong scale, so you have to trim them in. So cut to the inside if you are using these, because unfortunately they're not right. But I do like this colour. It's very, very difficult to pick out on camera because it's that sort of dope linen effect, and it looks really nice, and it weathers quite nice as well. But again, it's one of those, on camera everything just goes shiny. You can see that from obviously how it's trying to focus. Cameras hate silver things. But the reality is it looks very, very nice to the actual human eye, shall we say. So anyway, that's part 4. That's up with you now, guys. You can go off and see that one. That's up there. As I said before, part 5 is going to be literally the part that will probably be up with you on, don't know which one I'm going to do it. It'll either be Monday or it's going to be up with you on Friday, because the next part of this one's available as well. It's going to be ready next week, so one or other you're going to get both next week. But again, it's one of those ones where we do the prop in the final part, a few of the other little bits and pieces around on this one, work on the decals to get those to bed down nicely and everything, and then obviously ready for the final reveal. So again, I've got to do some final photos of this particular one, which I will do at the weekend, so we'll get all of those done for this one. But again, I'm not a biplane fan at all. You know me, I like my jets to be, and props to be weathered, and yeah, heavy duty. But this thing actually was really, really nice. It came together very, very well, and they are so simple. They're not overcomplicated. So I've done the Stearman now, we've done the Gladiator, and we've obviously now done the Tiger Moth from ICM 132nd scale kit. Highly, highly recommend it. I absolutely love them. I think they're absolutely great. They just go together with no fit issues at all. This particular one, we used a little bit of aftermarket down in there, so we've got some harnesses, we've got some instrument panels, and the rest of it is straightforward out of the box, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So very, very happy with that one. But anyway, that will complete that build. So up on Monday, possibly maybe Friday next week, that will be out of the way. As I said, we can then push on to this little lump, and to be honest with you, this one's been a lot of fun. It is. So the gear is just sat on here at the moment. Nothing is still attached, but there's our B25 looking very much the part. And again, I'm looking forward to weathering this a lot. So lots of chipping, lots of distressing on this one, lots of oils and fading, and obviously with the washes and all these different things. But it's just an absolute beast of a kit. There's just something about the B25. It's just an absolute mental lump. It's very, very nice indeed. So yeah. Having fun. Did you see? There you go. Nothing's glued on this. I haven't put the wheels on or anything. So yeah, it just it's the gift that keeps giving, these ones, HK kits. I know some people, they say a bit expensive, but honestly they are top tier for light heavy bombers as well. The 48 scale stuff I just absolutely love. It's really, really nice stuff. So be a shame when that one's finished, but again, it will be out of the way. And to say we've got a big project next week coming down the line. In other news, things that have been going on, obviously we spoke about last week how we'd moved over from using PayPal as a payment portal, because not everyone's got PayPal, and let's face it, PayPal can be a right pain in the ass sometimes. So we've moved, after I had the guinea pig of letting the PM store do it and making sure they got their money and all the rest of it, and it worked flawlessly. For a week, so I was just watching it, monitoring it. It worked really, really well. I've had no problems with it at all. So what I did then was bring it online for us as well. So now when you go over to the Flory Models store, you will be greeted by our new Flory Models Europe. So that's our division, which is in Europe now. So remember, if you are in the EU, it will be sent from the EU. So it's not coming from the UK anymore. So what does that mean? Well, one, probably half the breeding shipping times, because let's face it, they just don't like shipping anything from the UK into Europe. It just takes forever. But more importantly, no fees. So there's no going to be any custom handling fees. VAT will be applied, obviously, when you're going through here. So you're going to click in here. It'll take you to the Braveco site. Braveco will take care of your order and ship it out to you directly. And obviously, from my point of view, it's great because I don't have to do customs paperwork, which just takes forever. All right, so literally just come down in here, click in here. Hopefully it's going to work. After a long delay, there we go. So you're in. So if you want to buy, obviously we've got the washes here and we've got the thick washes. You can just pop along to both of those and you can grab those. All right, so you can get them directly off the Flory Models Europe store. And again, it just stucks down all the paperwork and you'll get them a lot quicker, and postage will probably be cheaper as well. So really it's a win-win-win all the way. I don't have to do customs and get bogged down with where's my order gone. And obviously it's down there. So all the tracking remains the same. You'll get full tracking, full information and everything else. But obviously it's coming via the Braveco site. All right. At some point in the future, we will be having our own dedicated site as well. All right. For that particular one. But basically you're going to come along, you're literally in the UK one now. So if you're in the UK or rest of the world, just not the EU, coming in, if you want to buy some washes, literally you can just come in, you can click down in here, you can click in, add it to the cart and all the rest of it. You'll be whisked over to the secure server page down in here now, and this is how it will greet you. So again, credit card is debit card. It's just a universal name for it. So anybody's credit card, anybody's debit card will work it down in here as well. So you just pop your details in and away you go. You can use PayPal if you want still, so you can still use PayPal, or you can use ClearPay, which basically just breaks it into 4 interest-free payments of. So you just pay it over 4 months if you wanted to. All right. So there we go. And don't forget, it's free shipping UK on all orders over £10. All right. So there's no postage. You get it taken off at the checkout as well. All right. So again, just an easy, straightforward way. So now you can pay credit card, debit card, no problem at all. PayPal, or if you want to spread the payments, you can use ClearPay as well. All right. So you'll get your items straight away. So very, very straightforward of doing it now. All right. So hopefully that's just going to make things a lot more easy for people. Other things as well going at the moment as well on the PM store. We got some special offers from Hasegawa. So we've got some great kits down in here. Highly recommend the Stuka in 32nd. I've built that kit. It's got the massive guns underneath as well, the cannons. That's a really nice kit. The Saber's legendary. Let's face it, it's a beautiful kit. The P40, I've built a few of these now and they are absolutely fantastic. Beautiful kits as well. I've never done that one though. I've never actually done the Dauntless. One of those aircraft need to get around to doing. But from Hasegawa. But if you want to do one of those, very, very nice as well. And again, the legendary 72nd scale B25. So if you fancy doing a Mitchell, same as I'm doing, a little bit smaller scale, you've got that one there. And obviously the smaller scale P40. And obviously you've got the big 32nd scale 109s, which again, if you want a curbside model, they are really, really nice kits. And again, 54 quid, it's not going to break the bank on any of these. And I still think the Corsair is probably still the best 48 scale Corsair out there, even though there's a few other people doing them now as well. The legendary Tomcat in the low vis scheme, and again for a smaller one as well, we've actually got the Stuka in 48 scale up on there right now. So there's lots of things going over on the PM store. We have now got, we spoke about last week, the real colours are back in stock, but when they're gone, they are gone. We will be stocking the new range when they came out, or do come out, but they're not due in until March. And when March, we're not sure. All right, so we're just running these down now until the new ones become available. Obviously, it's new racks, new dropper bottles, type ones, and all the rest of it. So we'll be getting those in, so don't panic about those. All right. Plus the fact we've got all your other bits and pieces. The SMS paint range continues to expand as well. I will get Matt to send me some down so I can actually do a little bit of a test with you. And all the rest of it, but as you can see, the range is just getting bigger and bigger. As soon as we can get them in the UK, we are getting them up on the site as well, so that's really nice to see. And also we've got down in there the metallic range as well, and again that's expanded a little bit this week with some of the other colours coming into stock as well. So really nice to see those ones. Don't forget we've got all your tools, your sundries and all your other bits as well right down in there. And don't forget we've got a standard discounted price of roughly around about it's around about 12 to 15% on pretty much all the kits as well. All right, and again we've got 20% off of some of them down in there just like that. So if you want to grab anything from the PM store, that is available for you right now. And that is about it for this week. So, really good week for me. What I'm going to do over the weekend is get this little guy photographed and sorted out as well. I'm going to get the weathering wash on this one, so there will be a brand new tutorial about using the Flory models washers. That'll be up with you next week, and then we can finally get on with this one, get the oil work done, all the bits and pieces, and really weather this one down and complete the B25. And then obviously for March, we've got a couple of other fantastic builds coming for you your way. So there you go, that's it from me. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work from the gallery. So until next week, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked. You got me blushing, and you forever I'll follow. You be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow in immortality. I can see you and me free in immortality. I can see you and me free. You left me crying and running through a ghost town, alone and stranded. Why leave me hoping and guessing for the answer?